Making up stories can be so fun and so hard at the same time. And when the words you have on the paper don't match the way you thought it would sound in your head, sometimes it feels like you should just give up and quit. But don't, because I've got 4 pieces of advice for young writers for National Novel Writing Month and beyond. My name is Yona. I'm a librarian at Field Teen Center at the Free Library of Philadelphia, and these tips will help you with your fiction writing. Number 1, be as specific as possible because it makes it more fun to read, and things that are fun to read are more fun to write. Let's look at an example. Compare "a wave of emotion went through him" versus "rage swept through him so suddenly he felt sick with it." This second example is more specific in a couple ways. First, we name a specific emotion. And second, we use specific verbs and other phrases to tell how this emotion went through him and the effect that it had on him. Anytime you find yourself reaching for a broad, abstract word like emotions or memories, challenge yourself to replace it with something specific. And our next tip is going to help us do that. Number 2, use your senses as much as possible. Let's use the example of rage. Rage is something you feel through your entire body, so we can definitely use our senses to describe it. What does rage look like? It might be a clenched jaw or clenched fists. It might be a vein throbbing in somebody's forehead. What does it sound like? It might be teeth grinding. It could be them saying something sarcastic. What does it feel like? Your stomach might be bubbling. You might bite your lip. You might feel wound tight. It might have a taste, like blood in your mouth or something acrid or sour. And depending on the character, maybe it even has a smell. Get creative, see what comes up for you. Of course, different characters will experience rage differently, which is why being specific is important, but using your senses can give you some ideas and help you introduce images and feelings that you might not have thought of otherwise. Number 3 is sort of 2 pieces of advice in one, and it's to make characters want something and make it hard for them to get it. Nothing is more boring than a story about a character who just wanders around for no particular reason, or a story about a character who just gets everything they want. We want to see the struggle, and we want to know why they're struggling in the first place. You can practice by taking any book or movie that you love, thinking about the main character, and trying to figure out what is the thing they want most of all. And then what are some of the challenges they face on their way there? When you describe the plot of the movie to somebody, these are probably the things that you end up talking about. For an example that I love, let's talk about the old man in Pixar's Up, Carl. For the whole movie, all he really wants is to hold on to the memory of his wife, and every single choice that he makes and action he takes is an attempt to do that. So what's the worst thing that could happen to him? The biggest obstacle he could face? Something that tries to take away the places where he holds those memories, which is mostly his house. And that's the very first thing that happens. A development tries to take his house, then they try to put him in a nursing home, and these obstacles force him to take new actions. But of course, he faces even more obstacles. When in doubt, give your character a goal and think of the thing that would make it hardest for them to complete that goal. Tip number 4 is possibly the most important one, and it's just to write something. It's really easy to get caught up in perfectionism and looking for the best possible words, but sometimes you just need to puke up some words so that you have something to work with later. If you have trouble doing this, try setting a timer for 5 minutes or even 2 minutes and trying to write as much as you can, whether it's in your notes app on your phone, on a computer, or in a notebook. Keep your pen moving, keep your fingers on that keyboard, and don't stop. Even if what you end up writing is bad, who cares? Sometimes that's the jump start you need to get you moving. If you're looking for more writing inspiration, check out our channel for videos about writers who were teens when they were first published authors who started out writing fanfic, and more. And if you're looking for book recommendations or just want to say hi, you can always get in touch with us because we'd love to hear from you. You can DM us on Instagram, you can send us an email, and of course, you can always visit us in person at Field Teen Center. We're located on the ground floor of Parkway Central Library at 1901 Vines Street. And for the most up-to-date information about our hours and special events, be sure to check our website. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you find something great to read, and good luck writing!